So today I will share with you the latest trends, key insights, and practical tips to help you navigate in this market confidently. And by the end of this session, you will have a clear understanding of why Dubai remains the top destination for real estate investment and how you can make the most of it. So I think we have given everyone enough time to join, and let's get started and let's go to the next slide. Let me briefly introduce myself. My name is Anastasia. I have completed over 100 successful real estate deals in Dubai worth more than $100 million. I work both with primary and secondary market across all Emirates, but including land and joint venture investments. If you're interested in, let me know. I live in Dubai personally with my family. My son goes to school here, and I can honestly tell you that I really love Dubai with all of my heart. And me personally, I believe it's a great place to live. So it's easy to sell when you believe in a place and believe in this future. That's why I became quite successful here. So I work with both end users and investors who are looking for rental income, for resale, or flipping opportunities. And I also invest in Dubai real estate market personally by myself. I have bought multiple properties here. The last one we bought with my friends just a few weeks ago. It's a property for resale in one of area which has a good potential to growth. It's sea destination, by the way, and I really believe in it. And some properties which I bought before, they already priced increase. Some of them I don't want to resell now because I bought it for myself. So, besides real estate, I assist clients with relocation questions like visas, schools, and settling in. And I even written a detailed relocation guide to help people make moving to Dubai easier and smoothly. So, let's go to next slide. Yeah, let's speak about Dubai and why Dubai remains a good choice for investors. Can you just imagine so that just a few decades ago, Dubai was mostly desert? What we see today is a result of visionary leadership of Dubai's ruler, Sheikh Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum, and his long-term diversification strategy. Dubai was one of the first Islamic city in the world who truly opened its doors for foreigners and international investors. They understood that relying only on oil wasn't sustainable, and nowadays less than 6% of its GDP comes from oil. The vast majority is generated through non-oil sectors like tourism, finance, trade, logistics, and of course, real estate. Today, Dubai has an ambitious plan to increase its population from 3.5 million to around 5.8 million by 2040. They want to boost business activities and attract even more global investments. Literally, they want to create the best city in the whole world. And now Dubai is already one of the safest, dynamic, and investor-friendly cities in the world. It offers everything for a comfortable life, top schools, hospitals, world-class restaurants, and high standard of living. And this is exactly why it continues to attract global capital, offering rental income, zero income tax, and high quality of life. So let's go to the next slide and let's speak about numbers. In 2024, Dubai welcomed over 169,000 new residents, the largest annual increase since 2018. As of early 2025, Dubai's population stands at approximately 3.8 million people. Dubai is a cosmopolitan metropolis and it's home for from over 200 nationalities. Only certain percent is Emirati. The rest is expats. It's important. So, who lives and invests in Dubai? In the top 10 largest communities, there are Indians, Pakistanis, Egyptians, Filipinos, British, Russians, Iranians, and Chinese. Among property buyers in 2023-2024, Indians, British, Russians, Chinese, Italians, and French nationals lead in transactions volumes. For example, Indians and British buyers together account over 30% of real estate market. So let's go to the next slide. It's also important to emphasize that Dubai now is a home for more than 80,000 millionaires, including 237 centi-millionaires who has more than over $100 million and 20 billionaires. What's attracting them? Luxury lifestyle, zero income tax, strong infrastructure, and easy long-term residency through the Golden Visa. And growth is expected to continue with the number of centimillionaires set to double by 2034. So let's go to the next slide and we speak about some numbers. In 2024, Dubai real estate market reached the historic high with total sales volume amount 521 billion dirhams or 142 billion dollars. So it's 27 year-on-year increase. Number of transactions reached about 181,000 with a growth of 36% from 2023. In 2025, the market continues to grow. In the first quarter, we see the record sales of $39 billion. It's 30% increase in comparison with the first quarter 2024, by the way. And analytics forecast annual price growth of 5 to 8% and strong rental yields around 7%. I think it's also important to take into consideration that Dubai is a very young market, and even just 10 years ago, living here wasn't such comfortable. So I speak with my clients, they tell me that they used to come here for vacations and they didn't like it, but now they move to Dubai, they live here, they buy properties, their kids comes to local schools and they love it. You know, they call it literally ideal place in the world. So city's image has developed so much and it's really comfortable for expats from different countries to live here, especially for those with children. This is what market maternity looks like. There is a stable cluster of end users living in Dubai who enjoy living here, raising their children and working here. Consequently, there is a consistent demand for both renting and buying property. Some purchase with mortgage, some with payment plan, others rent. But usually after 2-3 years of rent, people think about to buy property. So based on my experience. So me as a parent, I can also share my personal experience. My son is 8 years old. He's in the third grade now. And you know, he now speaks English better than me with a good British accent. And when we moved to Dubai, he didn't speak English at all. So I personally can tell you as a parent that this is great place to live. We like it so, so much. So we will go to next slide and I can tell you some about growth factors. So why it continue to grow? It's because of several factors, and most important thing, I believe, this is a safety. So Dubai is one of the safest cities in the world. Safety and stability attracts both families and investors. I can give you a simple example from my life. You know, just maybe a few months ago, I have forgotten my bag in some cafeteria and business center. Bag was with wallet, with car keys, with money, with everything. And I have remembered about it just after 2 hours. So I came back to this cafeteria, and what do you think? The bag was there. So this is how it works in Dubai. We don't lock doors in apartment. We don't lock cars. And this is, I call Dubai lifestyle because it is very, very safe. And you literally can feel it with your skin. It's not just a myth, it's true. It's real true, which we live here, which we experience here in Dubai. Some people from other countries really surprised that this is how it is, but it really is. So, and when the world is unstable, people, especially wealthy, they seek to live in a peace and raise their children safely in the places with a high standard of living and security. And thanks to neutral status of Dubai and UAE, here individuals of any nation and far from war. So the second factor is zero personal income tax, which is also very important because investors can keep more of their returns, and even ordinary people who come here to work just in some big companies, I know such people, so they complaining about high tax rate. In Europe, for example, they come to Dubai, they feel more comfortable here. Third is the government's plan to grow population to 5.8 billion by 2040. It means long-term demand for property and infrastructure. One also important factor is opening the first casino in UAE in the whole region, which is expected to be opened in 2026 in Ras Al Khaimah. It will be managed by Win Resort. So we predict that it also will boost tourism and unlock new investment opportunities. And finally, of course, we need to mention that Dubai's economy also showing strong GDP growth during the last years. So we will go to the next slides. And let's speak a bit about Dubai 2040 Urban Master Plan, which aims to make Dubai the best city to live in, smart and green. The population will almost double by this time, we remember. So with a careful focus on people and nature. So key changes: denser city centers, more affordable homes, mixed-use neighborhoods, and lots of parks and green spaces. For investors, it means big opportunities, 75% more workers and 53% more visitors. This is a plan backed by real action, smart technology, and strong government commitment. Let's go to next slide. And I also want to mention that buying property in Dubai, you got an opportunity to get visa. So basically, we have two visas. First one is 10-year golden visa. It's available for properties starting at 2 million dirhams, which is approximately $545,000. It shouldn't be fully paid, so you can just buy off-plan property. You can pay down payment. You need to wait. The property should be completed, the building should be completed for 50%, and then you can apply for your golden visa. So we also have 2-year 2-year investor visa for purchasing a property for 750,000 dirhams, which is approximately $205,000. And it's easy to renew both of those villas as long as you have this property. What it gives to you when you invest in Dubai and you open you get these visas, you can easily open bank accounts and use this bank system. So you can be a tax resident in UAE, so you can get access to healthcare, to long-term residence, to business opportunities, and to family reunification because you can sponsor your spouses, so wife or husband, and your kids and your parents also with visa. So let's go to next slide. Just a few factors which you need to know when you think about investment in Dubai. So rental yields here from 5.5 to 10%, depending on the strategy you will choose. Dirham is pegged to US dollar, so keep this currency risk low. UAE, the most diversified economy in the Gulf, and more than 80% of population are expats, so that this ongoing rental demand. Let's go to next slide, and I would like to share with you some key aspects which you need to consider when you're buying property in Dubai. Actually, these aspects which I share with my clients when they want to buy something in Dubai. So, what is important when you want to do this? First of all, is location. I think this is the key factor which you need to consider because the more exclusive and unique area you choose, the better opportunity it gives you in the future. The second one is building heights, which is also very important because low-rise buildings with fewer units offer limited supply and increasing property value in the end. So the third one is developer. Please try to choose developer with a good reputation, the trusted one, government developers with a strong track record because well-known projects attract more buyers and tenants in the end. So the first one is a community and infrastructure. Why it is important? It's really important in Dubai because people do not love to live just in a building in front of the road. They like when the building is a part of a big community like schools, parks, malls. So those projects will have high demand for buying and renting. And the fifth is the price per square foot. So we need to compare, of course, price per square foot for similar projects in similar neighborhood to ensure that you buy paying the fair market price. And regarding developers, I would also emphasize that government developers like Mira, Simar, Nahil, they do not just build homes. They really create entire master communities and they handle everything, landscape, park, schools, shopping centers, sport zones, and hospitals. It makes residents have everything that you need in a comfortable life. So people love living in communities. It's very important. And big developers, they give you good payment plans. So usually now it's 20% down payment, 60% during construction, usually from 2 to 4 years of construction, and 20% on a handover. So, which emirate to choose for real estate investment in Dubai? We will go to next slide and we'll speak about it a bit. So, my choice, number one, of course, it's Dubai because it's big leading economic hub with a high demand for properties. And as I mentioned already, it has a stable demand for rent and purchasing property from people who really love this place, who wants to live here for long term with their kids and families. So it gives you around 6 to 8 annual yield. And yeah, it's a very rapidly growing market. Everyone saw that in 2022, it gives us 80% of price increase. So the second one is Abu Dhabi. I also believe in Abu Dhabi because it's the capital of UAE and it has a lot of money and resources and oils, and they have also uh, good plans for future. They created a massive master plan, and now they're going to create like cultural capital, I would say, and taking into consideration that they also constructing the railway between Gulf countries and all Emirates, I think it will drive more attention from tourists to these cities. So I believe in growth in this area also. And the last one, which I also work and I can share with you today, is resale. I also mentioned regarding the first casino, which will be opened in 2026. And it gives us also opportunities for capital appreciation because if we compare prices for similar projects in Dubai, in Ras Al Khaimah, it's still lower. And they have also nice master plan and they think, already constructed almost half of the building of the coming casino. So also nice project to invest there. So we will go the next slide, and we discuss regarding the Dubai areas for investment. So actually, when people ask me where to buy, I I ask them questions regarding their purpose. So maybe it's for rent, maybe it's for resale. So different purposes, different areas. But I would say that in general, the starting price for lowest ticket, some studios in family-oriented communities, which a bit far from city center, would be around 170,000 euros. So can recommend like GVC, Arjan, Al Furjan, Jumeirah Village Triangle, Town Square. Those areas is really nice. So if we speak about a bit higher ticket, I would really recommend you in Dubai Hills, Dubai Creek Harbor. Me personally, I live in Dubai Hills, and it's one of the green, family-oriented community which is located in the middle of Dubai, and it has very high demand for rent and for sale. So I also can recommend you some areas which still has high demand for rent, also for short-term rent, which is close to the sea or to metro station or to city center and Burj Khalifa. So those areas like Jumeirah Lake Towers, Marina, everyone knows Dubai Marina, Business Bay, and downtown. So I think also starting price for studios here is around 250,000 euros. So let's go to next slide and speak about areas for investment. If you want something more exclusive, we can also go with some projects with villas. So now they construct a lot of nice family-oriented projects in Dubai. So it's communities with villas, with big parks, with artificial lakes and lagoons. And there is still high demand from local, from Arabs, from Indians for this segment of property. And in the end, it gives you more capital appreciation if we compare it with ordinary apartments. Why? Because the tickets from the beginning are higher, and it's lower number of villas and townhouses in Dubai. So I also recommend to invest in sea destination. Why? Because seashore is very limited in Dubai, and everything which is selling now in well-developed areas in Dubai in front of the sea, it's already very expensive. But we still have now several projects, several areas which is now under construction. So I can name you three areas, for example, Dubai Maritime City, Min Rashid, and Dubai Islands, which is now under construction, and the biggest and major developers in Dubai, they focusing on those areas. Me personally, with my friends, we also invested in one of those areas. And I really believe in the potential to growth, because by the end of the day, this is sea, and so they will increase the number of tourists. It will be high demand, and all apartments which is now in, for example, Dubai Marina, it's a bit old, and we think the strong demand on the sea destination. So we'll go to next slide, and I will also mention the luxury segment in Dubai. Why? Because, as I told you about millionaire migration in Dubai, we still have a high demand on this area. I will tell you the story. I have one rich client, and he wanted to rent an apartment in Dubai for $1 million per year, and we couldn't find something appropriate for him because a lot of luxury projects now still under construction, and it will be handovered within next few years. So people coming to Dubai, rich people also coming to Dubai, they like this lifestyle. So for last months, I closed very big deal also in the Palm Jumeirah. So it's very rich person, and I see that it's a big interest from these wealthy people to Dubai. So we will see the growth for next few years for sure. And what I can tell you that based on my experience, such projects they give you much capital appreciation on the handover. Sorry. So, for example, such projects like Royal Atlantis and Marsal Arab, sorry, they have seen prices rise over 150%. Why? Because it's very exclusive, very limited, very high end, and people who usually buy such properties, they do not buy it for the last money, so they're not in a rush. They don't want to sell it cheap, and these projects with high tickets, they give you more capital appreciation in the future. So to next slide, and let's speak about some investment strategies. If we're not talking about land investment or joint venture investment, which I also do, we usually have two basic strategies. First one is to purchase for resale, and the second one is for rental. So if we speak about rental, there is two ways. You can put your apartments under short-term rental, and the second one is long-term rental. Me personally prefer more long-term. Why? Because as I told you, it's high demand from end users, for people who want to live in Dubai, and they can pay you with one check per year in advance, and you have this income, so you don't need to think about, oh, maybe he will leave. You have contract, and so it's quite to be on the safe side, for my opinion. And regarding short-term rental, it can give you a bit more income from one hand, but from another hand, it's seasonal market, and not all areas is appropriate for short-term rental because it should be close to the main attractions like Burj Khalifa, like offices in Business Bay or DFC, for example, or it should be sea destination. But again, it's seasonal because during the summertime when it's very hot, it could be some gaps. But it can gives you more income in the end of the day. So regarding resale, first of all, of course, you can buy off-plan properties from developer, and it's very important to find a good one. Why? Because if you want to resell in handover or even during construction, which is now not very easy, but I usually tell to my clients that if you buy something, you need to think that you can finalize all payments and resell it on the handover when the price will increase mostly. Uh, so I told you that it's very important to find the good project, good areas. Why? Because there is still some areas which has good potential to growth. Why? Because we can compare it with similar projects, similar areas, and we can compare price per square foot. And when you come to the project, to the area from the very beginning, when it's just a desert and nothing else, you can buy it with very good price because developers they interesting to invite more investors in this project from the beginning. But it will be a bit long term for price increase because when it will be handover, it will be like just the first buildings in the community. If you come in the middle, uh, it's already price increase somehow, so it will be a bit more expensive from developer in comparison with their first phases, but it still has potential to growth. And when it will be handover, your community will be in the middle, so it will have steady demand for rent and for resale. So in this case, we need to consider which project is better to enter now. So you can also purchase from secondary market. So it could be also off plan, but you can buy it not from developer, from any other investor. So some people they resell it with some price increase. Sometimes people resell it like for original price. So it also happens. It's quite rare for good projects, but it's possible to find sometimes good deals. It's also an opportunity, and we also all use it. And it's also one strategy to purchase something ready on the secondary market in a developing area. So how it works? You can buy for example, in developing area, and this is just the first buildings or first phase or second phase, so something from the beginning. Of course, you will pay some price increase for the previous owner because it's ready now, but it will increase later because later they will deliver more supply. So the new supply will increase the number of people in this area. It will drive more retail in this area. The retail will drive more people, and in the end it will be high demand to the rent and the sale, and your property which you already bought will increase in price for next several years. And the last strategy, which I also can recommend, and we usually do, is purchase something ready on secondary market for upgrades. So my friends doing this all the time. It usually works with a bigger apartment and the good family-oriented communities like Dubai Greek Harbor and Dubai Hills. And it works with apartments like 2 bedroom, 3 bedroom apartments. So you can buy for the lowest price in the market. We can do upgrade within 2 months, and within next 2 months we will resell it with a 15% price increase. So within 4 months we will give you 15%. So if we will do 2 cycle within a year, it could give you around 30% per year. So it's also a good strategy to consider. So we also have some questions regarding the company. So I represent the A4 real estate company. So we can help you with everything from purchasing property, for rental, for resale. So it's a big company. We have more than 14 years in the industry and more than 700 successful deals. Um, so we work in multiple countries. It's also important to mention. And so we can go for the last slide. And mm, I also would like to mention that everyone who joined us today for this webinar, you have opportunity to receive free personal consultation with me. So you can submit your request via WhatsApp or email. You can see now on the slide. And the first 10 people will receive exclusive investment strategy guide personally prepared by me. If you have any questions, just don't hesitate, ask me. And thank you so much for your attention, and see you next time. Thank you.